morning, everybody. So I found, remember a couple days ago, I talked to you about a scammer who had infiltrated us, a blockchain blasphemer, if you will, by the name of Fidelia Bernard. I did not unblock her because I wanted to do a special video that was going to evaluate, how to spot a scam, and avoid some of these people in our midst who are taking advantage of us. I wanted to bring up the web page that she directed me to, but the funny thing was Facebook got to her first, or him, her, whoever first. So here's the whole conversation that I talked about, where she's talking, asking me about who I am and where I'm from, and this is one of the main reasons why I don't deal with the marketing campaigns that people put out, multi-level marketing campaigns, the grow your wealth in 5-day type hustles or whatever. Like, here's what she's talking about here. People earn 600 gives 5,500 in 5 days, 1,000 gives 10,000, 2,000 gives 22,500, and so on and so forth. You can see all this, and at the bottom she talks about, no hidden charges, just invest, and I do the rest. My commission is 20% of your withdrawal, and must be paid as soon as your withdrawal is successful. If not paid, I will stop trading for you. Simple as that, or whatever. But yeah, so that's basically what came out, and then she goes on to post her website, the one that I broke down and I told you on the website. I wish I'd saved it. I don't even know. Actually, I don't wish I saved it, because I could have had a virus or something in there that was hidden. That's another thing you have to be aware of, is when you go to these websites, sometimes, even if the website is a scam, it's an obvious scam, it can have malicious links, embedded in there as you try to click around and find what was going on. I could see, just by going to the site on a safe computer, I could see the site wasn't finished. There was a lot of block holder text that was in there that was indicative of a site that was just thrown up haphazardly. Logos didn't line up, and then whenever I tried to click on social media, I tried to click on the Facebook link for the social media, it just took me right back to the site again. It was all for show. But you can see here, the link that she sent me, was blocked. This message was removed because it contains blocked or harmful links. I didn't report this person. Somebody else did. I don't know if it was one of you. If you did, good job. Way to protect the community. But I'm pretty sure this hustle has been going on with this individual for some time now. But yeah, here's my commentary on it. The website isn't completed at the bottom. There's placeholder text and all that kind of stuff. So, I outed her, and now I'm about to, let me click on her name here. Miss Debbie Aaron. No, that's not her. I'm sorry. Wrong name. Fidelia Bernard. Apparently she was active 17 hours ago. But let me go to here and let me banish her to the abyss. And I will definitely be kicking her out the group as well. Let me block her as well. Well, let me report her first. Let me do that. Report. I want to help. No, I don't want to help her. I want to help. She knows what she's doing. They know what they're doing. Report this profile. This person is annoying me by sending spam messages. No, wait. Let's go pull, spam messages. That's what they're doing. They're spamming some garbage shit. And so there we go. So bye, Fidelia. Godspeed. All right. So that means that I didn't just want to rip this person a new one or whatever, and expose them, for who they are. That's what her profile looks like. So if you ever see this person and then also see her ambiguous, I should have, before I added her to the group, I mean, no, I mean, I added her as a friend. She waved at me, and I just like, hey, way back, and I figured it's like, oh, she's in the group. So if she's in the group, she's probably going to ask me about some blockchain stuff or whatever. Wants to know a little bit about investing. I've had that happen before, but that was on me. I should have done my due diligence, because if you just go to her profile, you can see, all of these. She's supposedly an options trader or whatever at binary.com or whatever, and lives in Texas City, Texas. But then whenever I'm talking to her, she says that her English isn't so good, and it just didn't add up. But you can look at her profile, it's just all this. Everything is related to this marketing bullshit that she was trying to drive me to. Now, if you're a business, then yeah, that should be your deal. But just this image of her, I assume this was supposed to be her and her husband. On her website, no images of friends or family. That's just a huge red flag to me. But I'm only seeing this, now after the fact. But that being said, this is one of my other crypto groups I'm a part of. That being said, let's go to look at some properties. Well, first of all, let's go look at the markets. Let's look at the markets real quick. CoinMarketCap.com. All right, cool. So here we are at CoinMarketCap. You can see everything is pretty much down except for, NEO's NEO is only down 1.9%, and it's going hard against all of this other red. As a matter of fact, this is the NEO to Bitcoin exchange. NEO is actually up if you're converting NEO to Ethereum, so it's actually doing pretty good. I mean, I love NEO a lot. I talk about it a lot. I got some other people who go for some of the other top coins or whatever, but I know NEO's got a lot of growth potential, and it's being used by a lot of developers because of its platform and the fact that it allows people to code in multiple languages. It's way more versatile than Ethereum. It's called the Ethereum of China, but it's way more versatile than Ethereum in a lot of ways. And plus, it gives you gas in a good way. So, yeah, if I go over to the coins, here's where you can go. Look at the top 100 coins here. Where's my gas? Here's my gas. When you come down to gas here, this is what NEO actually generates. Gas is up 17.23%. And you just get gas by passively holding NEO on any of the major, or on Binance. That has a gas-enabled NEO wallet, but then you can also download your own Neon wallet, and then you'll also get gas that way. So it's free tokens, free money. So back to, I want to take you to a place called ICO Bench. And so ICO Bench gives me a lot of information, not just about, back in the day it used to be used, and it still is, used to scout out ICO opportunities. But since there's been a lot of regulations in the U.S. in regard to, what ICOs you can participate in, what ICOs qualify as securities, it's not as viable as a platform for American investors as it used to be, because unless you're an accredited investor, and you have, loads of money and you've gone through the accreditation process or whatever, you're probably not going to get in on a lot of ICOs here in the States. That's a problem that I've been running up against. But it does let you know, what's about to come out, what exchanges are about to come out. So you can use this place as a resource to find out about, ICOs that are on the horizon, what markets they're going to be listed to, and oftentimes they release in smaller markets, and you can scoop up some tokens, some coins, whatever there, and then once they are able to cut deals with larger exchanges, Binance, Bittrex, whatever. It's the same way as Bitcoin Cash when it was introduced to Coinbase. That causes an explosion in regard to accessibility. People start talking about it. Everybody goes to their favorite exchange, and they scoop it up, and then your value comes back. It's not the same as how much you would make if you got it whenever it was dumped on the market in the ICO phase, but it still is a good investment. So if you click on any of these ICOs, let's want to click on this one right here, Fire Lotto. All right. So I'm clicking on Fire Lotto. All these ICOs are rated, and there are other sites that rate ICOs. but ICO Bench is the first place that I came to. You can see a bunch of things in regard to what the ICO is about. You'll have links to white papers, the team, all this stuff that's necessary for you to research whether or not this is going to be a viable investment when it hits the market. But most importantly, here's how I break it down too. I look at the platforms, and when I say the platforms, I'm not just looking at this one particular ICO. I look at the tokens that are available for development, like Ethereum and Neo, and then I see here on these ICOs, what are the top ICOs using for development? And I see Ethereum, and I recognize, okay, there's some utility in regard to that particular token. I should probably invest in that particular token because this ICO and these other ICOs are going to be using derivatives of that token. They're forking off that token to create their own coins. So that's one good thing, one good factor in regard to going to these ICO sites, and where you can kind of drill down and find out not just about these ICOs themselves, but about the market, in general, and where you need to start steering your portfolio to accommodate the demand. Okay, one token that I found that I'm kind of stoked about right now. So basically, I was looking at the markets this morning, and I just scrolled through and see what's hitting, what's popping, and everything was dead. But for the most part, but then you find some green among the red, and you're like, what's making that move? Where is that coming from, or whatever? And so I found this one token, Ravane, up 46.89%, and I was like, okay, all right, is this coin being pumped? What's the deal here? And so it piqued my curiosity, and that's one good thing to have whenever you're dealing with this, in this cryptocurrency space, is to have that curiosity where you're willing to go investigate. I mean, you're going to have your pump and dumps, so that's going to happen. You just got to let that ride. And there are certain tokens that are good for that, but there's other tokens where it's not a pump. There's actual application. There's market forces behind the movement that you're seeing. And so with Ravane, I went and I checked the chart because I saw this big spike, and I was like, okay, well, maybe this is an anomaly. But then you go back and you see that there's been a steady increase, going up. It dropped down, but then it went back. It's going back up significantly right now. And so then I go and look at the viability of the actual token. So I can drill down here and look at the website. And this video was awesome. I'm going to post this thing, to the site, because I mean, it makes complete sense. Like, and that's one thing that gets me. I look at the utility of the actual token. Is there a problem? What's the problem? And how is this token, trying to address that problem? In a nutshell, and I'm not a financial advisor. Ravane has not paid me anything. Like I said, I just found this morning. I will not lie to you. I'm just talking to you about what I found. And so, in this era of online purchases and websites selling products and services and whatnot, we have, how do you know what's good? You have the review system. That's pretty much it. I mean, you got word of mouth from your friends and family. Oh yeah, go try out, that restaurant or whatever, and that gives some credence to your decision to go try out that particular place. But then, if you're a stranger in a strange city or whatever, or you need somebody to come and fix your sink or whatnot, you're going to rely heavily upon the reviews. You're going to purchase something online from somebody on Amazon, you're going to rely heavily on the reviews. And there's the opportunity, there's the problem, where the problem arises. Because we know there's individuals who will pay, and companies that will pay, for review farms, individuals who just sit around all day, inside some Indian computer cluster, just clicking 5 stars on everything they've been paid to click 5 stars on, driving up reviews, and giving a false impression of a particular good or service that they're offering. Enter Ravane. So this is what Ravane does. So Ravane is basically going to tie reviews to blockchain technology. So every review has to be unique, and then every review also is going to be logged in the blockchain. It's also going to be evaluated by a real person, and then artificial intelligence is also going to be doing an evaluation of the reviews as well. Some reviews can be disputed or whatever, but whatever reviews are disputed are going to be posted publicly. So there's no more anonymous, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hustler, at gmail.com or whatever. Everybody's going to have something official that ties them to their actual review of the product that is being evaluated. And so it's addressing a need. It's addressing a really, really important need. And so, yeah, I think it's cool. Now, like I said, I just found this morning. I'll continue to drill down as far as the white paper is concerned. But I just want to talk a little bit, about how, you evaluate a solid product. Yeah, we can look at the team and the people who are involved. But then, more importantly, I'm going to go to... articles. They have articles, numerous articles that were written on them by reputable websites that are out there that weren't manufactured. I wanted to place this in comparison and compare the two, the scam that they tried or that was attempted by the individual who direct messaged me, and then, excuse me, let's say an apple. I wanted to juxtapose the two, but it's not really necessary. I can just talk about like what's available here, and this site here, Medium, really reputable site. But they basically did an evaluation, a compare and contrast between Ravane and another sketchy crowd sales scam site. And so they talked a little bit about how Ravane actually works as far as communication with them, what methods of communication portals. They have a Telegram group, they have a Facebook group, they have a Twitter, they have a roadmap. They have whenever you contact them at any of these sites, they actually get back with you. So there is a bunch of and they were comparing BitCad here and Ravane. Exercise BitCad. BitCad's announcements slowly come to a halt as the team departs. Ravane's website looks to be very active as it regularly publishes updates. The same can be said about other social networking channels and forums. The dashboard on their site offers a chance for anyone to write a review or give feedback about everything and anything to do with the site and any of its content, whether it is up to standard and how it can be improved. We usually find that the companies that can handle constructive feedback are the ones least likely to be suspicious. Long story short, the fact that they are see-through is a good sign. So the technology that we're talking about in regard to cryptocurrency has to merge with the actual products that are being offered on utilizing that technology. Okay, even if you're talking about secrecy, like Monero, for instance, that's basically a coin that's founded off of secrecy in clandestine exchanges. The actual project itself is transparent. You know who's behind it. You know what they're doing. You know the product they offer is secrecy, but the actual company itself and their direction in regard to development of that technology is transparent. And so every single project that you see that you're considering investing in needs to have that level of transparency, because you need to know, in order for you to respect the tech, you have to know the tech. And in order for you to know the tech, you've got to be able to communicate with the individuals behind the tech. Okay, so that's what I'm saying in regard to investing, and that's the little video I wanted to give to you today. I don't want it to go too long. I know we've talked a little. I know I've talked a little bit. But yeah, I just wanted to just put that out there in regard to how to evaluate how to see what a quality ICO, and not just a not quality ICO, but a quality project looks like. And so you can apply the same technique to ICOs. You can apply it to coins that are on the market right now. And most of the coins that I recommend or you'll see me talk about are going to be coins that I've studied and evaluated. Ravane, like I said, was just something new that I found. But then, like I said, it piqued my interest because it had all of those aforementioned characteristics. It had transparency. It had communication. It had there was a sense of professionalism to the site. I mean, this site is nice. It's slick and well developed, and it's got a roadmap. So these are all things that allow me to have confidence in what this product is going to be when it's the market. Is it going to go through the roof or whatever? I mean, it's doing great right now. Like I said, it's up like 50-some%, and it could just be a pump because any coin can be pumped. But only reputable tokens are ones that I recommend should be held. So have a good day. Let me hear from you. Let me get some comments and feedback on this video or anything else in regard to blockchain technology, and respect the tech.